Hey loves, I'm Naturally Curla and welcome to my channel. Since everyone is going back to school, I thought just for kicks, why not try rolling my hair using pencils? Now I've seen a lot of people do this on YouTube, and I'll leave in the description box the particular woman I followed her technique on using pencils in the description box below. I'm starting off spraying my hair with water, and I'm going to be using my setting spray styler. So pretty much just for better hold and curl definition. My hair always gets better definition when it is wet. And since I need my hair to also kind of stick to the pencil because the pencils are so thin, and I didn't know how well it was going to hold, how my hair was going to hold around it. The edge control I'm using to keep my ends secure is the Cream of Nature edge control, and I always use edge control because the stickiness of it just kind of acts like a glue. Then I'm going to place the rubber band over, and it's something you kind of got to watch me do, and then kind of secure it in place like that. And then I'm going to put another rubber band towards the ends. I didn't do it at first, but I found that way was a lot better in keeping everything kind of tight together, because I was sleeping in this, which was a challenge in itself. Wasn't terrible, but it's pencils. It's not flexi rods. And even flexi rods hurt, but the pencils weren't as bad. I didn't do it real tight on my roots because these are pencils. They're very hard. They do tug, and I have rubber bands on my hair as well that are tugging. So I wasn't trying to cause any unnecessary breakage just for a YouTube video. You feel me? So I'm doing the edge control on my ends, as you can see, to keep it in place. And I'll leave everything I used in the description box below. I used a total of 12 pencils. I got them from Walmart for like $1 and some change. I had bought 2 packs because I didn't know how much I would need, but 1 pack was enough for me. I decided to work in medium sections because I know I am comfortable in my separation technique, that I don't mind, jumbling using 1 pack. A little goes a long way for me. So again, you can use whatever technique is more comfortable for you. I found that just wrapping it around it was a lot better. The most difficult part about this whole thing was really just placing the rubber bands and making sure the edge control kept my hair in place, because my hair wanted to unravel so much, so the edge control was a big help. So keep in mind, I only did this for kicks. I have flexi rods, so it's whatever. But if you don't have flexi rods and you have access to pencils and you want to give it a try, then why not? But if you're going to school tomorrow or whenever you are starting class, don't do nothing that you've never done before the day before, because it might not come out well. So make sure you do a couple practice runs first, and keep in mind that because of how thin the pencils are and how I'm rolling everything so tight and close together, I'm going to get short, really tight curls like how my smaller perm rods would be. So if you wanted to have a little bit more length, then you need to add space in between them, and do not use so much products with water in it. Like products with a lot of water in it is going to give you more shrinkage. So keep that in mind. Again, I slept in these overnight. And to all the lovely, lovely youngins that are starting school, good luck. I wish you well and nothing but success. And to all the older women or men that are, visiting or trying new things, getting back into school, or because you're never too young, you're never too old to change majors and to try something new. That's what I'm doing myself, trying to get into school and, explore it and see what goes from there. I'm rambling, but anyway. So I really hope you have a really good year. My little brother is leaving at the end of the year, so I'm all like, oh no, now the house is going to be quiet. So soon everybody's going to be looking at me to have some children. One day, right? But anyway, so I'm going to be using my favorite scarf. I've had this scarf since high school. It was my best friend's scarf. She gave it to me and she never got it back. And then my other best friend stole it. and was like, I was looking for that scarf for like 2 years. Don't you hate that when you leave something at your best friend's house and she knows she has it but she don't give it back? Ooh, that was a bit of my karma, right? Except my other best friend gave that to me. I love this scarf. It just has the right amount of stretch. It never fails me. It's been hanging in since I graduated class of 2006. So, but I was just kind of laughing at myself because it was just so ridiculous using pencils. But I like, after taking my hair down and seeing the end results, I see why people use it. Again, it was not horrible sleeping in these. My hair did dry. The curl, as you can see, was really tight, and it survived the picking process. Like, even though I didn't overpick, I was still able to get a lot of curls from definition before some frizzed out a little bit, because even though my hair did dry, it was still certain parts that were just a little bit damp, but that's all good. And I'm just kind of pulling it down. I'm separating and just sliding it, pretty much sliding it out the pencil, sliding my curl out the pencil. And that's just what I'm doing. And I'm being really gentle on taking down the rubber bands to make sure there's no breakage. Just taking my time. I may seem like I'm speeding it up, but I'm taking my time. You can see my gray hairs. Also, the color does fade fast with a door. I'm thinking about trying a different color, just with a different brand, to see what happens. I have some colors coming Monday, so I'm going to play around and see what happens. It might not be the same color, same kind of purple. The purple might be a little darker. It might be a little brighter. I'm not sure how the purple's going to look, because I'm going to do some strand tests first before I try and just do my whole head. But I'm also going to use my favorite hair serum to pretty much separate my curls. And I'm just shaking it out because it's extremely tight and kind of stuck together. And because of the edge control, it's a bit firm. So my hair serum will just loosen up the stiffness, as well as allow me to separate my curls and fight the frizz from certain parts that are a little damp. And again, I'll leave everything I used in the description box below. And you've seen me do this 100 times, so I'm just separating and just pretty much forming the curls by twirling it around my hands, my fingers. So now I'm just shaking my hair, just shaking out the stiffness from my roots so I can pick my hair using my hair pick. I'll be using a wider hair pick and not a shorter, close together hair pick, because I find that if I use a longer, wider hair pick, it does not pick out my curls, but it still picks the root of my hair, allowing me to get the right amount of volume for my curly fro. And that's it. I just pick until I pretty much frame my face. I pick to how my face is. So I'm pulling towards the front to give myself a little bang. This is pretty much going into a curly fro. And you can see how my roots are coming in. It's purple, but a lot of the brown towards the front, it's like you can see the blonde is just finding its way through. Because Adore semi-permanent colors just don't really last long. That's another reason why I just really did not really care for my red hair, because red already didn't last. And purple is the same way. It fades very quickly. Not as quick as the red, but it fades. So I'm going to just play around and see if I can find another color similar to this that lasts a little bit longer. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.